For the most part, at some point in the project development, you will need to share your files with clients, other designers, and/or other developers. Setting up your files correctly and making it easier for the viewer to understand your intentions are very important. When it comes to presenting the mockup to a client, before the process of slicing and coding actually occurs, some problems can arise. Clients are sometimes confused as to why you're giving them multiple sizes. They don't understand why the links don't function. So your job is to make this phase of the project as streamlined and as clear as possible. Obviously, meeting face-to-face is the easiest way and provides the least amount of opportunity for things to be misinterpreted. But these days, those face-to-face interactions are harder to come by and schedule in. So presenting the material and sharing it in a way that is clear is really important. I find that if you provide the comps in a format that the user doesn't expect to be interactive, like a PDF or a static graphic, it actually works better. It's great to have your customers be able to review and look at the files without having to own any special software or know how to work with Illustrator. One of the easiest ways to do this is to create a PDF file, and you can do that right inside of Illustrator. One of the fastest ways is to simply do File, Save As. In the Save As dialog box, you're going to choose the format of PDF, and then you'll go ahead and save the file. Now, you're going to have to make some choices as to how you want the PDF compressed, and you can make these based on the needs of your client and how you want to share the file. When you click Save to PDF, Illustrator is going to produce a PDF file for you. In Illustrator, there's actually an alternate way to create a PDF file, and let me show you how that works. I actually like that a little bit better. The other thing I want to point out here is that when I'm presenting my PDF files to my client, I like to include an image that shows how the website would actually look on a device. So I simply have graphics for small, medium, and large screen devices, and then I just take my design, place it in the viewable area, and create a mask so that it looks like this is showing up on a mobile phone, or on a tablet, or on a desktop. In this way, the viewer of the PDF can immediately tell exactly what sort of device this is going to show up as. And so I've created artboards for my small preview. That's this one right here. And then I have the entire small version of the website so that they could actually see the entire page once you scroll down. I find this to be a little bit more clear for my client reviews, so that's why I set up the files this way. Now I'm going to show you an alternate way that we can save a PDF in Illustrator. If you go to File and you go to Export, Export for Screens, it's going to take you to the Export for Screen dialog box. This is a really great place where you can save a number of different file formats, and you can do it simultaneously, and you can choose which artboards you want to export. So currently, all of my artboards are checked. If for some reason I didn't want to export the large screen, I would uncheck that and then it wouldn't be included. For our purpose here though, we're going to include all of the artboards. Over here on the right, there's an additional spot where you can specify all of the artboards or a specific range. You'll choose where you want the files to be exported to, and you can choose to open the location after export. We'll go ahead and do that. And I'm going to navigate to where I want this file saved. So I'm just going to save this in my 0402 folder. I'll click Choose. And down here in the formats, this is the important part. This is where you can choose the format that you want to export. So I'm going to export out as a PDF. Now that I've made these choices, I'm going to go ahead and click Export Artboard. And Illustrator is going to do its job and export the artboard out. When you make a PDF in this way, especially on the first sorts of screens, they're not going to be scrollable, but as I mentioned before, this gives the viewer an idea of what this will look like. Now you can see I have separate PDF files for each of the screen previews that I want to be using. I also have the original PDF that we had made earlier, and this is what it looks like. So I have the different pages of the PDF. I'll zoom out a little bit so you can see. And then as I scroll down, I can see what it looks like on the phone, and then I'll be able to see the entire comp as it would look if you could scroll. and then it switches to the tablet view, and then of course the entire comp, and then finally my desktop view. When you present your designs to your clients in this way, it offers a lot of clarity and helps to alleviate some of those questions that they may have. I find this to be very useful in my design process.